This furry art is going for a total of $19,100, but the high price isn't the problem. Miles Diep is a German furry artist that creates expensive realistic furry art, going up to $7,500 for a single character. They create a multi-character Your Character Here, a YCH which contains 17 characters ranging in price depending on how prominent they are in the picture, from $225 to $4,250. Naturally, furries are outraged on Twitter, not only attacking Miles Diep for charging so much, but also potential buyers. At the moment, 3 spots have been filled, but it's expected that more will be claimed. Critics claim that spending thousands of dollars is wasteful, but ignore the fact that fursuits cost the same or more. Both are luxuries, not necessities. Miles Diep has the right to charge high prices if people are willing to pay. He notes that the artwork is high quality. And while some may argue they can find similar high quality art for less, it's because they're undercharging. Furry arts often undercharged, sometimes making below minimum wage to ensure sales. Miles can charge a high price on art due to demand. There are also other controversies that raise questions beyond the prices. One controversy surrounding Miles is their support of non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. They released an NFT of their furry art on OpenSea on March 2021, but it got reported so many times it got taken down so it didn't sell. In January 2022, they released an NFT of a not safe for work furry art on Foundation for 180 Ethereum, or roughly $450,000 at the time. While the primary concern furries have about NFTs is art theft, which isn't the case here, I believe there are 2 things that are more concerning than that: environmental costs and the commodification of furry art. It's no secret that NFTs and cryptocurrency more broadly have high environmental costs due to the amount of energy it takes for a transaction to be logged on a blockchain. Minting a single NFT uses the same electricity as an average American household uses in 47 days, 16 days. But a single NFT transaction, selling furry art as NFTs also turns it into a commodity, which makes it more like an investment like fine art rather than a picture you can look at for personal enjoyment. This goes against what internet art is, as cause rejection of NFTs by the furry and internet art communities. There are many problems related to NFTs as an investment tool, like pump and dumps, where the price is artificially boosted through celebrities and influencers, only to be dumped, or rug pulls, causing the price to plummet. It's more concerned with cryptocurrency, but it can also be done with NFTs, like a scam where the price is artificially increased through increasingly higher sell prices, convincing an unsuspecting victim to buy it, only to be left holding the bag when the price falls. Miles not only supports NFTs, but also AI-generated art. The first mention of AI was on August 16, 2022, making very confusing commentary on machines and humans. They wanted to explicitly support AI on September 6, saying artists should use AI for art as artists use too much oil, paper, and electricity for their art. They asked for AI art accounts to follow and stated AI can replace boring and repetitive stages in drawing, leaving more time for creative work. On December 3rd, they stated AI was a thief, but it's smart. They argued that your favorite artist, while publicly against AI, is secretly using it, and questions how we can trust them if we don't know. They talk about a friend who works at a game studio who's publicly against AI, but probably doesn't care that low-paid artists are losing their jobs, as they're paid well and have 2 houses, believing they're writing trends. They made an elitist comment, saying that small and medium artists getting their art from ArtStation in response to AI art won't help them survive, but professionals who have tons of business contracts have nothing to lose. They dread that all influencers who are against AI secretly use it, despite the moral questions behind it, at the same time convincing other artists to use it, as they don't understand why salary is down. On January 15, 2023, they contemplate how the AI fight ends, saying artists will file a class action lawsuit, like how its NFT servers which were down. They suggested combining ChatGPT, an AI chatbot, and Midjourney, an AI art generator, for a nice result. They also claim that caring too much about AI is disrespecting their viewers, as they believe they are just giving us the difference between human and AI art, believing their audience is smart. All this isn't compared to the most egregious and racist art piece they did. On December 2020, they made artwork featuring the words American First. This is a racist term used by the Triple K, which I'm sure you can figure out who they were. Even though they're German, with the level of influence they have, they should have done some research on the term before using it. Without any context, it was assumed that the art had a racist tone to it. They apologized, stating, "The punk wolf girl lives in a trailer with a crazy father and makes her do bad stuff. I'm sorry if I hurt anyone. The character was presented terribly, but I love the idea and perspective. I owe the apology for those who have been offended and for my friends who have let down. It was a bad idea from the start." At first, this is a reasonable apology that addresses the situation, although I never claimed what they did wrong. However, this good will be questioned on January 2021 when they made another art piece with the title, "Let's Exit," showing a furry with duct tape around the snout and the phone shoved to their face, implying that they're being silenced. This shows how elitist and stuck up they are about receiving genuine criticism of what they did. It reflects badly on the furry artist with 100,000 followers. They even blocked the creator who tweeted they're going to make a video on the topic, further proving how they can't take criticism of any kind. If you want to hear about controversies surrounding NFTs and furry art, check out this video about furry art being stolen for an NFT.